Huely 2021 Colour Palette 10 Yoga Poses. In 2018 I started my own art challenge which focuses on creating artwork using limited colour palettes. The challenge is called Huely because it takes place during the month of July and hue is another word for colour. The aim of the challenge is to use a maximum of 5 colours plus black and white if needed, and 11 colour palettes were created for Huely 2021, each used for 3 consecutive days. For this 10th colour palette, my topic was yoga poses. This yoga pose is called crow pose, and I'm always in awe of people being able to perform it. While I've been doing yoga for several years now, I'm yet to conquer this pose. Mostly because I'm really worried that I would literally be falling on my face if it didn't work out. I wanted to try out a slightly different style to what I usually paint in, so I decided to focus on movement, lines and lightness, so yoga seemed to be the perfect topic for this. Instead of creating solid shapes, I focused on the outlines, and by keeping the lines as open as possible, it would help suggest a shape rather than keeping everything enclosed, which adds to that light feeling I wanted to achieve. When people think about yoga, they often think about poses like downward facing dog and warrior 2. However, planks are also part of yoga, believe it or not. There are several different plank variations in yoga. There's the usual plank, the elbow plank, and even side planks. There are also ways of making the regular plank pose more difficult. For instance, you can raise an arm or a leg. But another way of upping the difficulty is to use this knee to elbow plank variation, where you're not only working your balance, but you're also engaging your abs more. Considering that this is a limited colour palette challenge, I of course had to figure out how to add the different colours to the image. I figured the most useful way of doing this was to add it to different areas, which would help suggest the colour of clothing, skin and hair, and so on. A lot of yoga poses are active poses, meaning that you're engaging different muscle groups, but child's pose is often considered one of the most important resting poses in yoga because it allows you to gently stretch your back, hips and thighs. It might also look like a pose that's really simple to get into, but it still requires a certain amount of flexibility. It's important to mention that the point of yoga isn't to have a pose look a certain way, because forcing yourself into a pose which you're not ready for can lead to injuries. Instead, poses can be simplified to suit what you can do, be it through modifying the pose or through the use of props. The important thing is to ensure that you don't get injured. Thank you so much for watching. Visit my YouTube channel for more process videos, and for more of my work, check out my social media accounts.